Okay, hello, movie fans. We're getting right around Christmas season, and we are ending our time. This is going to be my final No Way Home Spider-Man thing that I'll be doing for the year, other than my final ranking of all the movies. So anyway, here is the 3 Spider-Man trilogies or Spider-Man franchises ranked. This is Max Reviews. I'm Brayden, and as we're doing this, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to have 5 rounds here, and each round has a different thing, and whichever Spider-Man franchise has the least amount of points at the end wins. There's going to be first, second, and third place, unless there's a tie or something. So, as a point of reference, I really like all these movies. We're going to be doing Toby versus Andrew versus Tom for this. So, anyway, let's get started. Round 1 here is going to be the characters in their franchises. So, first place here for me is going to be Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man universe. Just him, Aunt May, MJ, Harry, Norman, Doc Ock, like every single character, except maybe Flash, seems like the perfect character and perfect casting for this. Second place here is going to be Tom Holland's. I really do like the characters MJ, Ned. It also is in the MCU, so we get a bunch of cameos and stuff, and then the villains and stuff are really good. And third place, unfortunately, is going to have to be Andrew Garfield. So, because I think him and Emma Stone are great in the movie as Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, and everybody else is laughably bad. So, at the end of that round, Toby has 1 point, Tom has 2, Andrew has 3. Let's go to round 2, which is going to be the Spider-Man. We have Tom Holland Spider-Man versus Tobey Spider-Man versus Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. And spoilers for No Way Home right here. When we see them together, it is so perfectly balanced that I think I'm going to give them all just 1 point. It's a tie because they are all great Spider-Man in their own unique ways, and they each have their own unique characteristics and styles that when you see them all together, it's so perfect. So, at the end of this round, it's going to be Toby 4, it's going to be Toby 2, Tom 3, and Andrew 4. And now we're going to have to go to round 3, which is going to be the villains. And for this, I really think that Tom Holland Spider-Man comes in first because he really hasn't had a bad one yet with having, well, he's had some bad ones, but not laughably bad because he's had the Vulture, he's had Mysterio, he's had minor villains with Tinkerer and Shocker who are fine, and then he also has all the villains from every other movie. So I think he comes in first. Second place for that would be Tobey Maguire because he does have Doc Ock and Green Goblin originally, but he also has Venom, Sandman, and Harry Osborn. So it's sort of hard for me, but he's got to come in second. And third place is, unfortunately, is going to be Andrew Garfield because he has Electro, he has Lizard, he has Rhino, and he has Harry Osborn, but I don't think any of them make it on the good for me for villains. So at the end of that, it's going to be a tie between Toby and Tom, and then 7 points for Andrew. And round 4, I actually did some math here, but I did the Rotten Tomatoes score for all 3 movies. So for critics and audience score, first for Spider-Man 1, it's 90 and then 67. For Spider-Man 2, it's 92 and then 82. For Spider-Man 3, it's 63 and 51. And then for Amazing Spider-Man, it's pretty average. It's like 72 and 77. And Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's the second lowest, right below Spider-Man 3 with a critic score of 52 and an audience score of 64. And then Tom Holland, yikes. Homecoming, for the critic score, it got a 92. Audience score, it's an 87. And then for Far From Home, the critic score is a 90, and the audience score is a 95. And then No Way Home has a 94 for the critic score and a 99 for audience score. So, overall, I'd added them and came up to an average, and in first place was Tom Holland with an average of 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. In second place is Tobey Maguire with an average of 74 on Rotten Tomatoes, and then unfortunately in last place is Andrew Garfield with an average of 66 on Rotten Tomatoes. And I don't think Rotten Tomatoes is the best way to do it. If you don't know, it's a critics site where they do movies and they give it the score. It's either good, rotten, or bad, sort of thing. And I think the critics mostly go for Tom Holland because they are very good made movies. Tobey Maguire, the first two are 90s, I would say. The third might have gotten a bit of hate from the audience with the lowest score out of all these with 51 for an audience score. But I think No Way Home is getting a lot of love from the fans with the 99% overall. So, at the end of this round, Tom Holland's going to be in first with 5 points. Tobey is going to be in second with 6 points. And last place is going to be Andrew Garfield with 10 points. And now, round 5, we're going to be getting to my personal opinion. And it's hard. If I'm thinking about it, I love Spider-Man 1 and 2. They beat Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. But then Tom Holland got Spider-Man No Way Home. And it's basically Tobey versus Tom. But I love all the Spider-Man actors and all the Spider-Man. I think the movies are okay for the Amazing Spider-Man, but I don't think they could compete. So right here, it's just Tom versus Tobey, and this could change any given day. But right now, for this right now, first place I'm going to give to Tom Holland, because I just think that No Way Home and Homecoming are two great Spider-Man movies. And then Far From Home is entertaining. It's like fine. Whereas for Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 1 and 2 are really great. But Spider-Man 3 just really puts it all down. And so second place is going to be Tobey, third is Andrew. So our final score here is going to be 6 points for Tom Holland, 8 points for Tobey Maguire, and 12 points for Andrew Garfield. So that means first place is going to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man universe. Second place is going to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe. And unfortunately, in last place is going to be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Verse. So anyway, I just decided to do that for like our final Spider-Man video together. Just thank you for watching. This is just a little quick thing to rank them. It's been great doing this experience with you guys. I probably have a playlist on my channel for Spider-Man. You could go watch that if you like this video. There's probably another Spider-Man video that you'll like. And then also, so everybody knows, I don't know when this is going to come out, but I am going to be ranking all the MCU movies and shows sometime in January, like, I don't know, I think the second week in January, because that's when Eternals comes out, and I haven't seen it yet. So that's just out there. Leave your list down below. What do you think is the best Spider-Man franchise part here? There's 3. I love all the Spider-Man, the franchises. It's hard to do. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Braden. This is Max Reviews. Like, subscribe to Max Reviews, and Braden out.